When I was diagnosed with cancer last year, I was asymptomatic. I felt great. I wouldn't have found out if I didn't do a voluntary screening. Take charge of your health, go to the doctor, be proactive with your health.
There's a 1 in 8 chance that a woman will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. And for Black women, we're more than likely to be diagnosed before the age of 50. Head to BaptistHealth.net right now to schedule your mammogram and be on the proactive side of care. Mammograms save lives. This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Hollow News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things, and where we talk about, hot topics and news of the day. Look, I have to send everyone a huge apology, especially, I see some fans in the comments for our guest today. Y'all, just our quick hot topic of the day is listen to your body. Right? So I have been on 6 or 7 flights in the last 4 days. I've been to 3 cities in the last 4 days. And my body just was like, you need to get some rest. And so much so that it made me oversleep for today's show. So I'm just being real. It's a live show. Y'all know how we do it on Can We Talk. I keep it real with y'all, but also too, just want to use this as a reminder, especially for all of my entrepreneurs out there, drink your water. I definitely felt dehydrated today. So that contributed to me feeling very weak and feeling like I needed to sleep. And then just also too, just being back and forth on these flights and early flights. And if anybody knows me, I am not a morning person. I had an early flight to Atlanta on Wednesday. Then I had an early flight back to Fort Lauderdale today at 5 a.m. And I had been going nonstop. So yeah. And that was today. And so, but also too, what it's gonna, because we just been struggling with that 5:30 time slot. I'm just gonna push the show back to 6 p.m. And maybe even 6:30. I think I may do that just to give myself some time on days like this when I do have busy schedules that I could still get some time to rest before I have to hop on and do this show. So just wanted to give y'all that quick transparent moment because I feel so bad. I'm getting text messages. I woke up like Mr. What's the man name from SpongeBob? Like the Mr. Crab. Like y'all remember when he just in a daze and he like, what's going on? That was me hopping up at after 5:30 trying to do the show. Who business are we in today? We're gonna be in a lot of people business today, LaDonna. So let me just give y'all a quick shout out in the comments because I see y'all. Mr. Deer. Dreer, is it D Rear 8585? Oh, Mrs. Sweet Butter. Hey, there you go, Miss Ernisha. I know who that is. Hey, y'all in the comments, friend. Tanta's ready for the best part of Miami. Thank you, babe. Hey, Ma, I'm here waiting. Look at y'all. Y'all like, I'm here. Look, I see some Yuhm Vegan fans in the comments. I see some fans in there in the comments for JR. And y'all already know how I do it. I'm a pivot. I'll do stuff that we need to. Ooh, hey, what's up, the Candy Girls show? That's my girl Sarah, AJ's auntie. Yum. Hey, Yuhm Vegan, y'all in the building. Come on, Yuhm Vegan. Yes, excited for this podcast. Thank y'all, Alexis. Hey, good people. What's up, auntie? Hey, JJ. Fire. Hardest working woman in media. I don't know about that, but maybe Miami media. But we all work hard. And okay, who we with whenever we want to get on. Okay, we with you whenever you. Okay, I see. Hello. Okay, I see y'all in the comments. So I love that. Y'all already know I like to have some energy in the chat. So I love it that the guests today are bringing that energy. And I'm just gonna go ahead. Yeah, you've made it. Okay, Rudy, what's up? You here live for the first time? Well, welcome. As y'all may, so if you're here for the first time, if you see people in the comments saying keep, that's our thing. We are the keepers. That's the name of our audience. And so what keep mean is like keep bringing that news, keep giving the tea, keep giving the people the information that they need, and keep bringing on amazing guests. And I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to bring on my first guest of the show, Mr. JR. He is with Art Deco Fashion. They have an amazing event going on for Art Basel. We're actually going to be doing a giveaway with them. So you guys can get discounted tickets and free tickets with them. So we're going to be bringing him on. And I'm loving the energy in the show. Yes, come on, Rudy. I love that, Rudy from Miramar. Put it in your schedule. Y'all make sure y'all set the timer. Hey, oh, you already with it. Sarah, keep it up with Janae. So y'all, like I said, our first guest is an amazing event producer doing this thing in the fashion and event space. And so we've been emailing each other, I think, for some time now. So I'm really excited to have him on the show. So without further ado, if you're ready to come on, JR, give me a thumbs up on the back end, on the backstage. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show to kick off Hello News today. Can We Talk podcast, Mr. JR. Hey, what's up, Mr.
Hey, how are
JR?
you, Jane? Good. Happy to be on.
Thank you so much. Look, thank you for your patience. And y'all see, I'm pivoting. We ain't too far off from your call time, but definitely wanted to thank you again for your patience and coming on. Because as you heard today, we a little bit behind schedule, but we always right on time because God does his thing right on time. You hear me?
Sure.
So, JR, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. And I'm happy to be here with you guys, man. I follow the newsletter for sure, so I'm always up on what's going on with Hilo News. So, it's a pleasure to definitely be here and kick it with y'all.
I love it. Love it. And you know what? We could jump right into this conversation because everybody knows
Yeah.
Art Basel is coming up soon. It'll be here in about a week and a half or so. You have the Art Deco Fashion Show and you're the director of operations. So for anyone who may not know about, your production, tell us all about the Art Deco Fashion Show.
Well, the Art Deco Fashion Show started at the Richmond Hotel back in 2015, and we did it for a few years. And of course, because of COVID, we had to pivot. We weren't really sure if, we're going to come back on with everything going on in the world, but we had the opportunity to do so. And we kicked off the event again with the Gabriel Hotel South Beach, currently the Park Central South Beach. And it was amazing. That was in 2023. And we did it for a few years. And the next edition is going to be with the Gates Hotel South Beach. And these are all Art Deco hotels, which is really cool and keeping up with the theme and, celebrating Art Deco.
So, how did you all come up with the idea? Was it your brainchild? I know you have a partner who could be here with us today, for, family and personal reasons, but how did you guys come up with this idea?
Well, it was actually at the Richmond Hotel. I had the opportunity to do an internship with Alan Herbert, who's the founder of Herbert Miami School of Business. And having that opportunity, my business partner actually kind of connected with them, and having the opportunity to hang out. We That's where I learned about everything Art Deco. The Richmond Hotel is an Art Deco masterpiece. That property's actually been family owned and operated since 1941. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
really cool to kind of have behind the scenes, learn about how Art Deco kind of shaped not only Miami, but the global stage when it comes to architecture, art, and preserving that legacy kind of made perfect sense for us. And with the background in fashion, that was kind of the way to transition into the Art Deco Fashion Show, where we partner with Art Deco hotels in the city and kind of celebrate the heritage of Art Deco through fashion.
Oh, that's what's up. And so, what can people expect at this year's event?
This year's event is, like I said, at the Gates Hotel, and there's going to be a day of beauty and wellness as well the following day. But the kickoff for Art Week is going to be on the 5th, Friday, at 1 p.m. until 5. And there's also an art exhibit at the gate, so anyone coming to the show also have access to that to kind of roam the property, see the different art exhibits happening. So it's going to be a real cool opportunity to kind of connect with the city for Art Week.
Gotcha. So it's a multi-day event, correct, JR? So there's different things happening on different days.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 2 day event. The first day itself is the fashion show, and the following day is going to be a focus on beauty and wellness. And there's going to be some sound bowl healing, some Pilates. We've teamed up with different wellness coaches as well for that presentation. So it's going to be really cool and a good way to connect.
Oh, that's what's up. And so
Mhm.
tell us, about the ticket situation. Like, how can people get tickets? How can they, like what is that setup going to be like?
They can go on our website, artdecofashionshow.com, and they can also search for it on Eventbrite. And we're definitely going to be doing the giveaway with you guys. So that's going to be really cool, for people to have access to the show. And there's going to be gift bags, open bar. We've teamed up with Tumbo Liqueur, which is a dulce de leche liqueur. And they're going to be having an open bar as well for everybody to try the product. So it's going to be a really cool event, definitely.
Oh, that's what's up. And so tell everyone, the Hilo News family, while they're watching, about our giveaway. Tell them how all of that is going to work.
Yeah, so they're gonna be following the Kylo News, leave a comment, and we're gonna be doing 3 pairs of tickets. So no one wants to come to an art show alone. So definitely bring a friend, and that comes with front row seating, gift bags, and like I said, access to the hotel to kind of check out the art exhibit that they're gonna be doing. So it's gonna be an amazing day for sure.
No, definitely. And thank you so much, JR, for working with us on that, because we're going to put that out on social media, guys. So you'll be able to get all the rules and contest information on how to get your tickets to the Art Deco Fashion Show. JR, before I let you go, is there anything else that you want people to know, how they could connect with you, how they could learn more about the fashion show?
Yeah, definitely. They can check out our website. That's where you're going to find all the information, artdecofashionshow.com. And it's going to dive more into our history, who we are, why we celebrate, and learn a bit more about why Art Deco is so important to the city. It's definitely the cultural heartbeat of Miami. So, it's a privilege for us to kind of be a part of that and to kind of cherish the legacy and celebrate one show at a time.
I love it, love it, love it. And look, make sure you guys send us. We'll be out there at the Art Deco Fashion Show as well. So make sure you guys catch us out there. And JR, please just keep us in the loop on all the events that you guys are doing. Thank you so much for supporting Hilo News over the years. And yeah, we're so excited to be doing this giveaway with you guys. So just one last plug for people on how they can follow you and how they can get tickets.
Yeah, they can follow us, artdecofashionshow.com, also on our Instagram, which is artdeco.fashionshow. And once you follow us, you follow Hilo News. And then on the back end, I'm sure Janie's going to figure out exactly who the winners are. And we're going to see you guys at the show.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
JR, for no, I'm sorry, I cut you
no,
off.
I was gonna say thank you. Thank you for having me on, man. You guys have definitely a great machine going on. You're the it all, I think, for South Florida. I really, like I said, I follow the newsletter, and you guys do a really great job of informing everyone. So I'm definitely happy to be a part of it.
Oh man, that means so much to me. I really, really appreciate
You
you
guys
and
are
your
great.
value of the platform. And as it's growing, people like you and our guests on today and the people in the comments are the reason why I do what I do, why I push past exhaustion to do this show, because it's a labor of love and I get to talk to dope people like you. So again, thank you for seeing value in Hilo News and wanting to work with us, and looking forward to more partnerships.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, and hope to see you at the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, JR.
Thank you.
Bye. That was dope, y'all. Look, Art Basel is always an amazing time in South Florida. And you know what I'm loving too? Our Black creatives, our Black event producers are getting in the mix, and JR is definitely a part of that culture, that wave of Black creatives making their mark on South Beach and during Art Basel, Art of Black Miami, all of the things. Like, we are part of the culture. We are here in South Florida. We are here during Art Basel, and we have amazing world-class events like the Art Deco Fashion Show. So y'all make sure y'all pull up. Stay tuned for the details on our giveaway, on how you guys could be a part of it and go to the Art Deco Fashion Show. And also, too, we're going to be putting together our Art Basel guide as well. So for some events from Black event producers. So, of course, the Art Deco Fashion Show will be a part of that. But we just want to make sure that we're highlighting and amplifying us in the space where the world is looking at Miami, we want them to know that we are here. Black people are in Miami. We're in South Florida, and we're doing amazing things. And JR and the Art Deco Fashion Show is all about that. So thank you again, JR, and your whole team for coming on. We don't have a lot of Black-centered platforms. Thank you, Rudy. I'm not sure if you're talking about the Art Deco Fashion Show or Apollo News, but all of the above. We got to make sure we do what we do. What's up? Shout out to the Yuhm Vegan, the Yuhm Veganers in the comments. I see y'all. I love it, love it, love it. Y'all, we're gonna be coming up on that interview in just a few. Y'all know how we do the show. We like to kick it off with our topics of the day. So we'll be getting to that, and then we'll be getting into the interview. So y'all sit tight. I appreciate, first of all, AJ. You got the people all in the comments today. I love it, love it, love it. They are ready to see this young man. Also, too, we did a profile on AJ as well on our website, so y'all can get into that too as well. I'll be sharing that as well, so y'all could read it. But yeah, AJ was amazing. We did a tasting, so y'all gonna see all about that. But as we start to before we get into that, I want to get into our hot topics. No, not our hot topics, our news we can use. Look at me, y'all. My brain's still in Atlanta. Forgive me. Side note, I was in Atlanta, actually. Y'all know we get grant funding. One of our grant funders is the Borealis Foundation. We get money from their Racial Equity and Journalism Fund. They are our first grant funder, and they funded us for 3 years, and they've been giving us what they call a stipend. I still call it a grant, but they still have been funding us for the last year and this year as well. So they had their 10th anniversary gala in Atlanta last night. They actually sent grantees a stipend to attend, so it was free of charge for me to go. I stayed at the Omni at Battery. As a Battery Park, or the Omni Hotel near the Battery Field. I think that's the new baseball field in Atlanta. And so it was amazing. All the different funds that they have. It's not just a journalism fund that they have. They have different funds for social justice, trans rights, gay rights, Black people rights, journalism, all these different things. So we all were there together. I got to meet some really cool people. Shout out to Alicia Bell and Jessica, the people who run the Racial Equity and Journalism Fund, and just the whole team there at Borealis. I was there. They had it was called the Diamond Dreams Ball. So it was like pose. It was like really like a ballroom, like giving the girls very cunty, very, 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 yes, very, very, give it to me, all of that voguing and sashaying and doing all the things. So it was a really, really amazing event. I've never been to a ballroom event before, so that was really cool that they were so inclusive. And look, I was saying this as I was there, I've never been in a room that has been that inclusive. When I say everyone was represented and respected. You had Black, white, gay, straight, trans, they, cisgender, transgender, handicapped, able-bodied, people of, well, I don't know if they call people of regular height and I know little people, like everybody, literally wheelchair, non-wheelchair, walking, crutches, everybody. It literally was like all of God's children was in one place, and we all were just there loving on each other and having a great time. And the cool thing was the host of the event was Uncle Clifford. His name is Nico. Can't think of his last name, but he was the host of the event, and that was really, really cool too. So yeah, shout out to the Borealis Foundation and the Racial Equity and Journalism Fund that allowed me to be a part of that amazing event. And I flew in and flew back out because I had to get here to do work and get ready for our event happening tomorrow. I'll tell y'all more about that, the Media Happy Hour, where we'll be sharing with local businesses and nonprofits how to take advantage of using local media. It'll be all free. It'll be happening at the Coast Space in Miami Gardens tomorrow. So I had to get back for that. And yeah, just wanted to give y'all that quick little tidbit on why I'm so goddamn sleepy. Yes, all the rights. Everybody was there. Everybody was represented. Yes. Let's see what y'all said. You're Sid to me. It was very, very, give it to me. You saw me giving it, you saw me voguing ass. They had a Vogue class too. Yes, we love a sponsored trip. And at this point, I gotta start sending my team members. I gotta learn how to delegate because I don't have to go to all the trips. I could send somebody else. Everybody and their mama, all the people with people. And yes. Oh, and if y'all go to my story on Instagram, my personal page on Facebook and Instagram, I posted some clips from the event so y'all can see what I got into, what I wore. I didn't do too much, just a little one too. But I posted some clips from the ballroom competition, and they were giving it. They were voguing, they were dropping, they were doing all the things y'all already know. Very, very, very cunty, very, very that thing that I don't even know all the words. Look how sleepy I am, JJ. I can't even think of all the words. All I can think of is cunt and slay and vogue. But it was amazing. So let's get into our topics of the day so we can move the show forward. So let's get into news you can use. And we have our nice graphics thanks to our producer, Ashley J. Hey, so the first story on the Run the Show today is Miami-Dade school sees sharp decline in new immigrant students. Now, we all know the three-letter word is the reason why the kids ain't coming to school, child. But let's get into it. Let me share the screen. Y'all know I like a good little visual so we could read along. Y'all know how the teacher used to be like, read along, read quietly as I read aloud. That's what we finna do. So let's get into this story right here. Coming to us from the Miami New Times. We like them over there. And yeah, day schools across the U.S. have seen a massive drop in enrollment of immigrant students. Y'all know that's because of ICE. The people don't want to be getting, harassed and having threats of their freedom and stuff being taken away. We all know what that is. But let's get into what they say is the why. What's the three-letter word? I don't know. Oh, ICE. Yeah. Three-letter word. Oh, y'all know. Oh, ICE is a three-letter word. Them people is scared of ICE. Somebody told me when I went to Charlotte this weekend to be careful because they was rounding people up over there. But let's get into it. So, since returning to the White House, President Donald Trump's aggressive immigration policies have touched nearly every part of American life, reshaping neighborhoods, workplaces, homes, and schools alike. But while classrooms across the United States have felt the effects from the beginning of Trump's second term, new data shows just how far-reaching those effects have been. As students' families have been deported or voluntarily returned to their home countries under Trump's sweeping immigration crackdown, schools nationwide have seen a massive drop in enrollment among immigrant students, according to the Associated Press. And Miami-Dade County Public Schools, the country's third largest public school district, which educates thousands of migrant students, roughly 2,550 students from another country have enrolled so far this year, down from nearly 14,000. Wow. From the previous year, more than 20,000 a year before that. In Palm Beach County, schools enrollment has reportedly fallen by more than 6,000 students this year. A spokesperson for Broward County Schools tells the New Times that while 6,439 foreign-born students were enrolled last year, that number fell to 3,242 this school year. Man, that is that's telling. And I think you guys something to keep note about when it comes to just, the immigration and how it's affecting school enrollment. Y'all do know that affects school budgets as well. So how much funding that we get in our schools is affected by enrollment as well. So it's a trickle down effect. And if we start seeing, different budget cuts and things that aren't as allocated because there's less students, this is a part of that trickle down effect of kids and their parents being afraid to allow them to come into school. So this is one to watch. It's really sad. The ICE crackdowns is always, kind of heartbreaking, especially when you see families broken apart and people who are natural citizens being a part, swept up into this. So yeah, child, we're seeing now the data is now supporting what we already know is people are afraid of ICE and they don't want to send their kids to school. To go from 14,000 to 2,500 is wow, though. That's crazy. ICE seen them bust a car window to grab somebody out. Yeah, it's crazy and they're aggressive with it. But moving on to the next story in the Run of Show. Moving it along, Florida becomes the first state to adopt Heritage Foundation's education priorities. Ooh, child, another education story. Y'all, let's get into this. Parents out there, y'all, how y'all feeling about this? When y'all hear these education stories and things happening like that, I would be really nervous to see what's going to happen with my child and what the people are doing. and power. So Florida becomes the first state to adopt Heritage Foundation's education priority. No state board of education has signed on to the right-wing think tank so-called Phoenix Declaration until Thursday. Wow. Florida became the first state to adopt the Phoenix Declaration, a product of the Heritage Foundation, the conservative think tank that formulated the Project 2025 plan for Donald Trump's second term. Y'all get into that. And this is too reported by the Miami New Times. Shout out to them. During the State Board of Education meeting with Wakulla County on Thursday, members unanimously supported the declaration, which has been individually endorsed by board chair Ryan Petty and University of West Florida interim president and former education commissioner Manny Diaz Jr. America's school must work alongside parents to prepare children for responsibilities of adulthood, including their familiar and civic responsibilities, led by cultivating excellence in mind and heart. And the lengthy statement reads, I'll skip down. The declaration broken down into 7 categories: parental choice and responsibility, transparency and accountability, truth and goodness, cultural transmission, character formation, academic excellence, and citizenship. So, the T is, while a number of foundations and institutes have signed on, no state boards of education have signed on until Thursday. Except for Florida, the board passed as a resolution designed to show the public where the board stands. And so we're sharing this because their connection to the Project 2025 initiative, as we all know, that has some very, let's just call it spade a spade. We already know that was some white supremacy mess, my opinion. I'm saying this as in my own individual capacity. And so we need to know what's going on. And the fact that our school board is signing on to a foundation, a Heritage Foundation that has connection to Project 2025, just lets us know what the people in power are thinking in the area that they want to go in. So parents with kids, y'all make sure y'all keep an eye on your individual school district and see what policies and things that are going to come about from this, them adopting the Heritage Foundation's education policies. But good thing here in Dade County, our school board doesn't seem to really fall with every time the state does something. So that's good. But still, it's just something, very telling to show that the state of Florida is following with that. I'm glad we're going to get a new governor. I mean, me too. I hope that somebody progressive is in there that thinks about equity for everybody. Florida's making history for all the wrong reasons. That part. So definitely some white power BS. Exactly. Going on to the next story in the run of show is Miami-Dade County to decide on commission vacancy for downtown Miami and Miami Beach. So they actually, and I may not even get into this one because this is 2 days old. And from what I heard, they're going to actually, they voted today and they decided to, and I'll just share with y'all just a little bit of background on this. So the Miami-Dade County Commission decided that they were going to, they were not going to hold an election. Instead, they're going to appoint somebody to the board. Here it is. They're going to appoint somebody because Commissioner Eileen Higgins, as we all know, she's been on High-Low News. Go check out those interviews. She's running for Miami-Dade County mayor. And so that means her county commission seat is going to be vacant. And so they had a, decision. Do they, allow for election or do they appoint someone? And so today the county commission voted to appoint someone to Eileen Higgins' seat for the vacancy. And so there were some splits there amongst the vote. From what I heard, Vice Chairman Keone McGee wanted to have a vote, and he said that he felt like the people should decide. But just with what the county board has always done, or that's been their practice in the past, they've appointed somebody. So it seemed like they just follow in the path that they've always done. I'm not sure if it's a good or bad thing doing it this way, because on one hand, you do want the people to vote and make their own decision, but also too, elections can be expensive and cost the taxpayers, money. And so I could see them weighing that out and seeing what would be the best decision, especially during a budget year where there were some holes in the budgets or some shortfalls. I could see people not wanting to, so-called waste that money. But we'll see who they decide and appoint for this. we'll keep an eye on that. We're actually going to have a follow-up interview with Commissioner Eileen Higgins on her race. And I'm trying to get the other candidate, Mr. Gonzalez, on the show. I know he's a Republican. I know y'all hate when I talk to Republicans, but we are a nonpartisan show, and I just want to hear from both sides. So yeah, we're gonna have that coming up. They appoint because it saves money, but voting is the Democratic way. And that's what I just said, Rudy. It's just kind of, but here's the thing though. In this economy, when they cutting people jobs and fundings to community-based organizations, do we want them to do an election? Or here's the thing. I wish the appointment could be, I don't know how involved the people are in who they decide to appoint and who they take a look at. And that's the thing to kind of keep in mind, is like, if that was more of a transparent decision, and I got to just do a little bit more research on it for myself, that's the thing. Because I'm like, if the people were able to recommend and say, hey, this is who we want, and then they decide as a county commission to vote on them, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody could do that. But I think that process, if we're not going to do a whole election, then let's make it more inclusive of the community on who you decide to appoint. Let's get Republicans on. Let's see if he could take this fire. That's what I would love. That I'm trying Republican people. I don't know. I met some Republicans at an event, some Republican marketing and PR people who work for different candidates in Miami. And I told them, I begged them, I said, please get me some Republican candidates on. I would love to talk to the other side. This platform is not just for Democrats or the left side. No, this is for everybody. Because don't y'all want to hear from them too? Because if they elected, they everybody. They work for everybody. They don't just work for Republicans. So it's good to hear their side and come talk to us too. So I hope my audience is open to it. Emilio Gonzalez is dumped. So I'm definitely against him. Emilio Gonzalez is endorsed by Trump, so I'm definitely against him. I saw that he got a whole endorsement from the president, which caused okay, so Emilio Gonzalez, if you guys don't know, he is running against Eileen Higgins for the city of Miami mayor. He just recently was endorsed by Trump on Truth Social. The president of the United States is paying attention to the city of Miami mayoral race. That lets you know how important it is, right? In the grand scheme of things. And so that caused the Democratic National Party to put their might behind Commissioner Eileen Higgins, and they are sending down, they're activating their thousands of volunteers from across the country and people here in the state of Florida. And so we're going to see it's going to be a head-to-head fight, a clash of the titans for this mayoral race. Who knew that a city of Miami race, a city race, would reach national attention? But that just goes to show you how important the city of Miami mayor seat is. So we will see who comes out on the end. I can get you them. Please give me some Republicans. Please, Rudy. Republicans, don't be scared. Trump didn't learn from his mistake in New York. Because Madami came through. Madami came through, didn't he? So, this is good for anybody out there. Our next story is for our weed smokers, our herb smokers in the building. I think y'all gonna like this one. After lawsuit pressure, Florida advances marijuana amendment towards the 2026 ballot. Okay, weed smokers, this one is for y'all. Put some trees in the comments if you roll up one time, two time, tree time. First of all, to my island people, y'all see I'm doing a Jamaican accent. That is so so wrong, right? To stereotype, but we know our rosters. We know our Jamaican friends love. They like to roll up, okay? But our next story is, I'm just playing with y'all, right? Let's get into what's gonna happen on the 2026 ballot. Yes, throw some smoke. Is that some smoke in the thing? Because JJ, I know how you get down. If Alexa's watching, I know how she get down. But let's get into what's happening in 2026. Weeks after a pro-marijuana group sued the DeSantis administration and the Florida Supreme Court for allegedly slow-walking the process to put an amendment on the ballot, Florida elected officials announced that they have taken that step. Attorney General James Udemare asked the court in a brief Tuesday to dismiss the case because a day earlier, Division of Elections Director Maria Matthews completed the step that Smart and Safe Florida sued the state over in late October. This involved This involved issuing a letter acknowledging that the organization had enough support to advance its proposal to legalize recreational marijuana. The sole relief sought by Smart and Safe's position is an order of compelling respondents to issue the letter, thus advancing the initiative petition, the state's response. I don't even know what that means. Let's get into what the meat and potato is. This is the second lawsuit Smart and Safe has filed against the DeSantis administration over its proposal, and came months after the pro-marijuana group nearly legalized recreational use of the drug during the 2024 election cycle, although the initiative garnered 56% support of Florida. So the majority of Floridians wanted this. It fell short of the 60% threshold needed to become part of the state constitution. Isn't that crazy? About 4%, we lost the ability to have legal recreational use of marijuana. That failure came on the heels of a massive and expensive statewide campaign by Governor Ron DeSantis, First Lady Casey DeSantis, and other top officials who were vehemently opposed to legalizing weed, alleging it in a slew of press conferences that everything from the smell to corporate greed would damage the state. But as y'all can see, this is moving forward to the 2026 ballot. And if you want to read more about this, you could go to the Miami Times, one of our partners, who is reporting on this. And, hopefully we'll see a difference in the 2026. I think that recreational marijuana is, oh, look at y'all. Y'all don't showed up. I see some trees in the chat. Oh, okay. All right, Bray, we see you. I pleaded fifth. I don't intake. You don't inhale. Okay. Bill Clinton. You getting your Bill Clinton on, Rudy. I'm sorry, y'all, for that accent. So all my Jamaican massive, my Caribbean massive, I love you. But yeah, I'm hoping that this becomes law and that we can, stop criminalizing people for doing something that is, to me, something from the earth. I know I sound like one of the pro weed people, but I do partake. Here's the thing. I am what I call a social partaker of weed. I don't do it every day. I don't even know how to roll up or do none of that. I do take CBD, for sleep and for anxiety and for stress. So I do like those properties. I do take it for pain as well, CBD. And sometimes when I'm having fun, it's a birthday, it's a party, a friend, we having a good time, vacation mode, I will partake, and I have no qualms about it. I hope that don't offend anybody, but I don't see anything wrong if you're doing it in a healthy way. You're not hurting yourself and not hurting other people, and weed doesn't do that. I think some people, it makes them a little irritable if they don't have it, and that's a problem. I've been I told the story before that one time when it got really bad with one of my abusive ex, he couldn't find his weed, very crackheady, right? And because I wouldn't help him find it, he ended up putting his hands on me. So I've seen people, like, when they're so dependent on it, that they become irritable and angry. But for the most part, the people who I feel like know how to partake and balance it and use it properly, it does nothing. So the criminalization of it and the negative stereotypes of it, I don't agree with. Even though I've seen the negative sides of it, I do feel like most people don't, it doesn't affect them in that way. And I also think that too, this has been something that has been criminalizing Black and brown people for decades. And I think that making recreational marijuana will taking that, and I'm hoping that too, then legally people who are in jail or have records behind that, they could get those things not expunged, but taken off their record, so that is not following them and stopping them from jobs and licenses and things like that. So there's so many positive implications for legalizing marijuana. And I hope that, the voters, we're able to reach that 60% and we get it done in 2026. Y'all make sure y'all keep an eye out for that on the ballot. I see y'all. Yum. What's up? Okay, Omari Saki watching. What's up, friend? Let me see what y'all got in the comments. Yes, ma'am. That's right. Get ready to partake all weekend. Look, I'm going to the Florida Classic this weekend. So if there's any events y'all think I should be at, y'all let me know. Slide in my DMs and let me know. Yes, okay, Auntie, I see you. It ain't never hurt nobody. And look, y'all already know, after you had a really good session, after you smoked one and ate some edibles, sometimes you have the munchies and you want something yummy, right? So my next guest has an amazing story about Yuhm vegan food. Look, guys, he is a 19-year-old, kid entrepreneur doing his thing and making amazing, tasty food for people. So look, you ain't even got to be a vegan to eat this. You don't rolled up one. Go get you some Yuhm Vegan. You just finished having a good time with your friends. And you want some, and you hungry? Go over to Yuhm Vegan. You just got the munchies. Go over to Yuhm Vegan. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show, Mr. AJ Randolph. Yes. And before we get that, I want to just put the link in the chat for anybody who has not read AJ's profile. I have not gotten to my bag in a while. Y'all know with me doing running the business, I don't get to write or edit as much as I like. And so it was really cool to work on this piece on AJ. So I just want to share that with y'all. Have y'all read his profile? First of all, the engagement on it has been crazy. AJ, you got some fans out there. AJ got some fans out there. The people love AJ. AJ Cool J. That's what we need to call him. The people love AJ. the people love AJ. So let me see if I can put this on the screen for y'all. Is this showing? Let's see. And then I'll put the link in the chat for y'all too. Let me see if it's showing. Yep, it is. AJ Cool J. Yep. The ladies love AJ. And he's such a cutie patootie. It's so well married. I got to give his parents a shout out too, because they've raised an amazing young man, and what he's doing is just really dope. So let me just tee this thing up real quick. And yeah, so this is AJ's article. Oh, it's not letting me share the link with y'all. Whatever. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can see the link to his article. And as you can see, it's on the screen. So without further ado, I would love to introduce you guys to AJ, the founder, the proprietor of Yuhm Vegan. And so we're going to tee this up. Yeah, where am I? Sorry, difficulties. So just to give y'all a little bit of a heads up, me and AJ pre-recorded this, so it's not super duper live. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the interview ready for y'all to see it on the screen. So here we go. We Talk podcast. Art. 1, 2, 3. What's up, High Low News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things. And today is no different. I'm so excited to have my next guest on. He is a young entrepreneur in the culinary industry doing amazing things, breaking barriers, and making some yummy dishes in the process. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show, Mr. Anthony Randolph Jr. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. What's up, Anthony? How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm even better now that I'm talking to you. Like, I'm so excited to have you on the show. Like, first of all, I love your family. If anybody doesn't know, I'm just going to do the intro. Like, he is a part of the family that has the empire that is the We Shuckin' Restaurants and the Sweet Butter Hospitality Group. And he is the son of Ernisha and Anthony Randolph, and they are amazing pillars in the community, and he's making his own way into the entrepreneur world. So welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you on. I feel like I've seen you grow up from a baby, and now you're here talking to us about this amazing vegan concept that you have. So Anthony, you know what? Let's just jump right in. Tell us about Yuhm Vegan. How did that come about?
So Yuhm Vegan came about through honestly me wanting to start to implement my own help, you could say, into the family's empire, as you mentioned earlier, and kind of starting my own business, but also being able to help my family at the same time.
I love it. And you're only 19. So was there something specific that that you said, hey, I want to do this? And why did you say specifically vegan food?
Honestly, it started from me noticing that. So I have 6 vegan family members, and whenever we would gather, as a family, the vegans would always feel left out. Especially my dad, he's very serious about his ribs and beef and stuff like that. So the vegans wouldn't have any food to eat, and it would always happen like that. So then my mom started to cook a similar style to the same food that we would be eating on those specific nights or holidays, and she would just make it vegan for them. And I was like, hey, if there are other families just like mine where the vegans feel left out on these holiday nights, and they don't have good food to eat or that's convenient and quick, that they can just run to and grab. So boom, that's where the idea of Yuhm Vegan came from.
I love it. And here's the thing, the name is really cool and fun. How did you come up with the name?
Honestly, just brainstorming. I was like, I need something quick, easy that people can remember, but yet feels very modern and edgy in a sense.
I love it, love it, love it. And so, your parents run a successful We Shuckin' restaurant in Pines and Miami Gardens. How much did growing up around the business shape your mindset and drive as a young entrepreneur?
Honestly, growing up around the business gave me insider perspective on the reality of owning a business, especially a restaurant, which is tough work. And also, I grew up around entrepreneurship my whole life. Even before We Shuckin', my parents had multiple businesses. So honestly, it's like you're just born into something, and that's what happened to me. I was born into it.
I love it. So you almost had no choice but to, follow in their footsteps.
Exactly.
I love it. And so, your mom, Ernisha Randolph, is known for her cooking, like amazing food. I know everybody loves We Shuckin'. Did watching her work in the kitchen and build a food brand inspire your vision for Yuhm Vegan?
So watching her work, I learned a lot from her growing up, just sitting in the kitchen cooking with her. But that wasn't necessarily the inspiration behind the business Yuhm Vegan. Kind of like I mentioned earlier, it's a mixture, honestly, actually. So I take that back. It is a mixture. It's me knowing how to cook and also wanting to solve a problem because, businesses have to solve problems. Great products solve problems.
I love that. And that actually leads me into my next question. What gap did you see in the local food scene that made you feel like now was the right time for a vegan concept, especially coming from a seafood focused family business? You guys do a lot of soul food too. So, what made you feel like right now was the right time to fill a gap?
Honestly, I noticed that in the world, especially in the country of America, there started to be this huge sense of health consciousness rising up. And I was like, I wonder if starting a vegan restaurant would help a lot of these health conscious people transform their lives easier, because a lot of people were vegan or have gone vegan. So I was like, that's an easy lane to take, to cook good food for people who want to care about their futures in a sense.
I love that. And what has been the biggest challenge of building Yuhm Vegan as a 19-year-old? What's been the biggest surprise or lesson you've learned so far? So let's start with the biggest challenge that you've learned.
Honestly, the biggest challenge is creating the recipes. Due to the fact that it's vegan, you're trying to add flavor while also being health conscious, like I said, because the vegans, they want things a certain way. They care a lot about their food. So that's really the biggest challenge. And the biggest lesson learned is to stay consistent. My goal is to franchise the restaurant to multiple vegans across the U.S. That's why I'm trying to solve the problem that a multitude across the U.S. will always have that quick convenience to just order on their phones. Everybody's on their phone nowadays. We all use DoorDash, Uber Eats. So that's the whole goal.
I love it. And so let's get into the concept. So how can people order? What is that whole process like? Because it's a virtual kitchen. And can you explain to us what a virtual kitchen is?
Yes. So as we know it today, a virtual kitchen is typically a kitchen inside of a kitchen that is going to deliver food straight to your doorstep through apps like Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash. So behind the whole concept and how people can order, it's for right now, it's going to be directly through our website at yuhmvegan.com. You'll go on there, you'll place your address, and as far as the areas that we're delivering to within the beginning of the business, it's going to be around the Pembroke Pines, Miami Gardens, and Miramar area for right now until we expand and get some of those franchises going. And yeah, that'll be how they order for as of right now through yuhmvegan.com.
Are you looking to expand it to like Grubhub or Uber Eats at some point?
1000%. Yes.
Oh, I love that. And then let's get into this menu. So, Hello News family, I actually had the pleasure and the honor of tasting some of the menu items in the preview because everything is launching on Friday, correct, Anthony? And which will be November, what was the 14th, 13th?
Yes.
The 14th, yes. And so we went in for a tasting, me and one of my Hello News team members, Annie, and we had some amazing like sandwiches. They were so good. And I'm not a vegan and I'm not a huge fan of vegan food either, but we both ate down those those sandwiches. So Anthony, let's get into the menu. What can people look forward to and order? Like let's break down the concept and the thoughts behind the menu items.
Got it. So as of right now, the concept would be quick, easy, convenience that is healthy and tasty at the same time. So as far as the menu goes right now, the three main course options I would say would be our three sandwiches. So to start off, I believe which was your favorite, was it the vegan fish-ish sandwich?
The fish is, but actually the fish sticks or the chicken strips were my favorite. Yeah.
So to start off with that sandwich, right? So the vegan chicken tender sandwich, it is actually a mushroom as far as the chicken is concerned.
Really?
Yes.
That was a mushroom?
It was a mushroom.
Wow. I could not tell.
Yes. So oh yes, right there. So as far as the crispy vegan chicken sandwich goes, those are fried oyster mushroom to be exact. And under the base for the mushroom is a kale salad lettuce, and then the main ingredient on that sandwich is our yum sauce, which from your opinion last night is really good.
It is yummy, y'all. Y'all gotta get into it.
Yep.
And what else is on the menu? What else can people look forward to?
So for the next sandwich, it's going to be our vegan fish-ish sandwich. Now the fish is actually made out of hearts of palm. It is amazing. It is seasoned. It is tender, of course, and it tastes like no other. And then that also features the same base. Both sandwiches, I forgot to mention this, both sandwiches do come with tomato and also fries. The fries are amazing. And then
yeah,
that sandwich also has our yum sauce on it as well, just so people could pick a different variety when it comes to the sandwiches. And then for the last sandwich, which is one of, I think that may be my favorite, it is the vegan oxtail Philly, actually. Yes, it is vegan oxtail. A lot of people are surprised about that. And it's fully plant-based, no soy, no fake meats or anything made in a lab. It's all 100% plant-based, full menu. And that one comes with the same way a Philly would in real life, just with oxtail, super tasty oxtail gravy, bell peppers.
Oh, that was the oxtail gravy.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. And so, what made you come up? Because I've never heard of that concept of an oxtail Philly sandwich. Like, what made you think of like these different menu options? Like how did you come up with it?
Honestly, we wanted to give the vegans something that they never had access to before, right? Because most vegan options are super traditional. So we wanted them to have something that could help them feel like their horizon is being expanded and that someone cares for it to be expanded, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of times too, you'll see some of the same things when you look at different like vegan, options. So the fact that's why I was like, when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, this is interesting. You'll see like the burger or certain things, the cauliflower, like the wings, they'll do like that a lot. but I haven't seen that. So that's really like interesting and very creative of you. And so let us know, like, so Friday everything launches, and so what can they do? Like, what happens on Friday? What should people know about like the launch of Yuhm Vegan?
Got you. So at 11 a.m. on Friday, the store is fully open for ordering. I would recommend you guys go and follow the Yuhm Vegan Instagram page to stay updated constantly on when we're releasing new future menu items that the vegans will be really excited for. We have great things in the works, and also so you could stay on top of new coupons that we may be giving out or anything, and know what the business is up to on the daily. And also, the link is in the bio to order as well.
Love it, love it, love it. I am so excited for you. This is an amazing concept. And please, as your star is rising, don't forget High-Low News. Keep bringing us the exclusive. Keep bringing us all of the information that you want to share with our audience, because like you said, vegan food, even if you're not a vegan, people are eating vegan food. And so this is a great healthy option, y'all. Like I said, my favorite was the chicken sandwich. It was so good in that yum sauce. Like, it was the flavoring and the season of it. And like I said, you're totally following in that tradition of great food for your family. So I'm so excited to see the next generation making your mark. So y'all, look, Anthony's going to be a mega star. He's going to be like on the Forbes list and Black Enterprise. Like, he's well on his way. I'm so excited. And to be doing this at 19 is so amazing. You know what? Before I let you go, Anthony, what word of advice or encouragement would you give to any other like teenager or young adult who is looking to, start a business like this? Like, what would you tell them?
Honestly, the main thing I would tell them is to believe in themselves, and don't think anything is impossible. With consistency, you can make it happen.
I love it, love it, love it. Let's plug it one last time. Let them know how they can order, your website, your social media. Let's give them that plug one last time.
All right, so you guys can order through the website, which is linked in the Instagram bio. The Instagram is Yuhm Vegan, and the website name is yuhmvegan.com. Super simple and consistent. And again, you guys could order through the link going directly to the website or through the Instagram bio.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anthony, for taking the time to come on High-Low News to share your story. Please come back. You were born a friend of the show. So congratulations on everything. I wish you much success. And guys, y'all make sure y'all tell them High-Low News sent you. Go support Yuhm Vegan. Let's support our young entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, Black-owned businesses. Let's make sure we show up and show out. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. J7 FRMG. I feel the same way. And I know I'm supposed to be, unbiased and all this other stuff, but it's just something to see someone grow up in a family, an amazing family, and to see what they're doing. And just, I'm just like proud. I'm like a proud auntie right now. I'm like, I can't believe that's little AJ out here. And he's like, the concept is amazing. He's talking about franchising. He's giving advice. First of all, Ernisha, he was ready with the questions. He was telling, like, just behind the scenes, I was just so impressed with him as an entrepreneur. Because here's the thing, there are entrepreneurs my age, in their 30s, 40s, 20s, whatever, don't even have the business know-how that AJ had, and how he came in and knew what narrative and messaging that he wanted the public to know. And I just was so impressed just from his media savviness. So kudos to his family. Y'all know I go way back with the Randolphs. And actually his auntie and I. So actually the reason why I even know AJ and Ernisha is because me and Sarah competed in the Miss Miami Gardens pageant way back many moons ago. And I think Sarah was first runner up. And I was so mad that they didn't bring that pageant back, because I was ready to go to bat and work with Sarah, because Sarah was going to win next. Sarah was going up to Miss Florida and she was going to win, because that girl can sing. You hear me? And I was like, oh, Sarah, she got next. She got next. And I was so mad they never brought it back, Sarah. But you are always a queen and a winner in my eyes. But that is my connection to the family. And so I've been rocking with them since 2011. So when I saw what AJ was doing, and I was talking to his team about it, I was like, yeah, we got to have him on the show. And I love. And I saw, Ernisha, Miss Sweetbutter 860, who's actually his mom, but she was having some great points about like the youth taking initiative and being out there and showing people like, hey, we just not YNs, YBs, whatever people want to call us, YCs, YGs, whatever. We are out here. Some of us are out here doing things, being positive, making moves. And yeah, I was so impressed with him. So that was a great interview. And just like, I'm kind of like watching him back like, okay, AJ, you better answer the question. Get me together. You better do the things, do all the things. You better keep, you better keep answering these questions, AJ. You better keep. Look, the more proud I get, the higher my voice gets. No, but that was a fun interview. Thank you so much to AJ, Anthony Randolph Jr. for coming on the show and talking about Yuhm Vegan, his new vegan concept. It's a takeout restaurant, so you can order online. And if you go to High Low News' page, you go to our article, you'll find information on our website and on our social media on how you can order. Yes, it was so good. He did such a good job, y'all. Y'all gotta. And here's the thing: I would love if you guys know any other teen and young adult entrepreneurs. I would love to interview them and just extend the platform to them, because that's what it's about. Bridging the gap between the generations, showing our young people that they can do positive things like this and that their stories can be told. And let them know that High Low News don't gatekeep. We share everybody's story. So this is a great place to have your starter interview before you get to the so-called big time. We're going to be big time too. I mean, we big time, but we ain't the big. We ain't CNN yet. We ain't BET, but this is a great place to get, just kind of like your reps in. And so I want them to see value in our platform as well. So y'all tell the young entrepreneurs to come over to High Low. Yes, I see y'all. Oh, you got the tears in your eyes, Mama Nisha. Great interview. Very polished young man. So polished. I loved him. He was just so adorable, so professional. Yes, my pageant sister for life. Yes, Mama. You remember? Yep. Sarah is our praise team leader from Jesus People. Yes. Yes, amazing interview. A baby vegan. Yes, JJ. Next time you in town, we got to go check out his stuff for real and see the chicken finger sandwich was really good to me. Y'all know the consistency it kind of reminded me of, and like the flavors. Not only say the flavors, but like I remember I was in New Orleans and I had a fried green tomato sandwich or breakfast sandwich, and that's what something like it was like that. I don't know, it's like a hug. Y'all know when you get good food, and especially if it's savory and a little soulful, it's like a hug from your grandma. Like that's what that chicken sandwich was like to me. It was like a hug from my grandma. Hey, grandma, I was eating that sandwich. It was so good. But yes, that was mine. So I like the consistency. Whatever the breading and the seasoning was on the fish sandwich, it kind of reminded me of the breading on the fried green tomato that I had in New Orleans at the Ruby Slipper, I think it's called. Yes, AJ was keeping it up. Hello is deaf big time. Oh, thank you, Miss Sweet Butter, Arnisha. I love you for that. Always supporting us since day one. Before we had big advertisers in the hospitals and all these other people, Sweet Butter and Arnisha and the family was supporting us, not only with their shares of our content, but with their dollars as well. So following the footsteps. Love you too. Oh, I love y'all. AJ, y'all brought the views today. That's the other thing too. We need to get us we need some more AJs on the show, because AJ brought 30 people over here to watch Hello News today. I love you, AJ. Yes, I love the interview. Let's try it out. Yeah, we got to check it out. It's the one in Pembroke Pines. We got to go check it up. Not too far from the Chuck E. Cheese. New Orleans food is real deal. No, I'm pretty sure you had Ruby Slipper or Arnisha. It's right there on is it Poydras or Canal? No, I think we went to the one on Canal during Essence one time. Waited 2 hours to get in. Was worth it. Was worth it. Shout out to my girl Ashika Harrison, who told us to go there for brunch. Was worth it. And Yuhm Vegan is worth it. Yes, it was so good. Yes. I knew you did. You a foodie. I knew you did. Look at y'all. I love the comments when the comments. It was worth the wait. Definitely was. I love when the comments are going like that. Y'all are my co-hosts for real. Y'all are a part of what drives the show. Y'all are what make people nervous. Y'all be having people nervous to come on High Low. But here's the thing. Anybody that step in this hot seat, I give them their kudos, especially them elected officials, because they be like, it's going to be live. I'm like, yep, it's going to be live. The people going to be answering the questions real time. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Get yours or don't get scared, whatever Mystical said. But I love it when the comments are popping like this. Y'all know we have our Feel Good News segment. I have some stories that I'm holding on for next week, but this Feel Good News story, well, let's play our graphics and we're going to get into it. JJ, I know you probably laughing at something I said, but let's get into the Feel Good News segment. And where is it? Because we got a little graphic for that. Here it is. Hey, that made me want to do the Cabbage Patch. Hey, come on now. Look, I don't got my second win. I got my smart water. I took my nap. We could do this live for 5 hours. Okay. No, I'm just saying. But shout out to Ashley J, our producer who put together these amazing graphics as it allows me to transition into the run of show. Today, Feel Good News story. Nah, I don't want to hear it in the comments. The Cabbage Patch, you showing your age. Now, I welcome age. Before we get into the Feel Good News, let me give y'all a word about aging, okay? And JJ, I'm gonna snatch you up real quick. I welcome age. I've never been one to say I don't know what my age or lying about my age. I'm 37. I'll be 38 in 1 month. Now, there's some other things. We'll have another show about my anxiety about turning 40, but it has nothing to do with aging and more so to do with some personal goals I have. But age is a blessing. And JJ, let me get you together. Anybody who graduated from Miami, Carroll City at the class of 2006, y'all remember we lost about 7 classmates to gun violence or just senseless violence. And that is when at the tender age of 17, and probably 18, but because I was 18 when I graduated, but by 17, 18, because that's when I started losing classmates, like they was dropping like flies. And I said then, I will never be ashamed of aging. I will always think of aging as a blessing. I don't care if they, call me older or whatever, because there are so many people who died at the age of 17 and 16 and 18 and 20 that I knew personally that never got the chance to show their age, to do the Cabbage Patch, to get to see what the world would offer them. Rest in peace to my good friend, my first boyfriend, my first love, Jeffrey Johnson, however you may know him, but he was one of the ones that really hit me and showed me what mortality was. And so, not to take this joke into something serious, but friend, I welcome age because I know so many people who are not here to be able to age with us. And so, yeah, I'll be the Cabbage Patch, old girl. I Cabbage Patch for you, Jeffrey. This is for us. And his birthday, it's in the summertime. I think it's in June or July, but this is for us. I'm aging for us, friend, for my boyfriend in my head. I love that Jeffrey. I love that Jeffrey Taylor. Oh my gosh. With his blue Lexus. That was my buddy. So yeah, y'all, that's my little aside about aging. So don't you try to come for me, JJ, because we graduated the same year. How many classmates we buried. We welcome age, okay? Let me see what y'all saying. Love the old school vibes. Yes, Cabbage Patch. I'm a Cabbage Patch down, okay? Yeah, I know that's right. Who else trying to get something Hello newsworthy so they could get on as a guest? I'm trying to get in there to have a time with you in this chat. Yes. First of all, Sarah and Ernisha, y'all are way overdue to be guests on the show. And so I'm thankful that y'all are still, watching it right now with us. But we need to figure out, us need to get on the show, okay? Because that would be a good time. But yeah, let's get into our Feel Good News segment. And like I was saying, before y'all get it, I don't want to see no Western Bull haters in the comments, okay? Because today's Feel Good News segment is going out to a shout out to Miami Northwestern, who had their inaugural 40 Under 40 Awards. We shared some content about it. And yeah, I just wanted to share just a highlight from Dr. Steve Davlin, who was the keynote speaker. And this was something that he shared on his page. He had a really cool keynote address. Y'all already know Dr. Gallen be with the good excerpts in the words.
And determination in your stride.
Let's get into it.
You were preparing, sometimes gently, sometimes painfully, for the challenges of today and of tomorrow. You are being shaped to walk with kings, but not lose the common touch. You learn
wait, that ain't what I'm trying to do.
And determination in your stride. You were preparing, sometimes gently, sometimes painfully, for the challenges of today and of tomorrow. You are being shaped to walk with kings, but not lose the common touch. You learn confidence must be balanced with humility. That high expectations cannot exist with a spirit of entitlement. That ambition must be anchored in service. And audacity must be guided by responsibility. You learn to believe that you would be great. You believe that. Northwestern teaches that. We reinforce that. We are that. You are him and you are her. You knew and believed that you would rise, that you would overcome, and that no matter the darkness, you would find light. Because at Miami Northwestern, we never taught you to fear the dark. We taught you to become the light. You see, success is not constricted by age. It has no timeline. I'm a living witness. Service has no deadline. You succeed when you choose to succeed. And you serve always, but especially when the moment in need for service chooses you. You see, my own journey reflected this truth. I graduated college, and determination in your stride.
But shout out to Dr. Gallen, who was the keynote speaker at the 40 Under 40 Awards at the Historic Lyric Theater. And then also, too, another story that I wanted to share, and I don't want to hear y'all coming in on my high school that I graduated from, okay? But the Miami Northwestern Alumni Association raised over $40,000. Now, this is what we need to get behind as a community. This needs to be the competition that we need to all be talking about. So this is a picture from the 40 Under 40 Awards. Shout out to Mr. Larry and Pastor Cohen, who was keeping me up to date on what was going on. And we did some content and reposted one of their promo videos. And a lot of people who were highlighted for the 40 Under 40, they actually, I actually remember them from high school. So to raise $43,642,000, y'all, that is amazing. I mean, come on, we got to give Northwestern A things. If it's some bulls in the chat, give me some blue and gold in the chat. If you're watching on replay game, give me some blue and gold hearts in the chat, because this is what we need to be commending as a community. This is the feel good news. You know, I love the picnics. I love the parties. I love us Tootsie rolling and cabbage patching together and high-fiving and doodle browning at the picnics. But we need to be giving our dollars. We need to be giving our coins. We need to be giving our shellings, okay, to our high school, okay? Because things like this help with the school, help with scholarships, help with funding and resources at the school. No, that's amazing. And honestly, the chief side of me is like, if they could do 43, we could do 86,000, okay? We could double it. Come on, Chiefs. Let's go. Honestly, that's what we need to be doing. We need to have competitions between the schools. I know we do the biggest picnics and all that stuff. Let's see who can raise the most money. And then shout out to Carol City. I will tell them this, the Alumni Association right now, the Chief Hall Alumni Association are actually having a donation drive right now, and I actually get donated to the cause or whatever, and they're doing it as a competition between classes. So if you went to Miami Carroll City, you could donate still to the Chief Give Back Day or something, initiative that they're doing. So if you go to Chief Hall Instagram or Facebook page, you can find out more information. And if you go to the Chief Hall website, you can learn how to give to the cause. But yeah, right now I'm loving it. And I think Central as well had their gala this past weekend, and they raised some money as well for their school. So I'm loving that we, you know, and I'm making fun and stuff, but I'm loving that the schools, especially in our urban core, are getting back to giving back and making that just as important and as competitive as we do with our football games and our sports and our picnics. And now we're making it about giving back. And so shout out to Miami Northwestern for raising that money, for probably breaking a record within their own school. And no shade to any other school, but that wasn't one celebrity giving a big old check. That's community. That's cumulative effort. Look at me, about to choke on the word I'm trying to say. But that is a collective of people saying, hey, we're going to give back to a school that we love. So I think all the schools in the urban core, I think all the schools across Miami-Dade County and Broward County and South Florida as a whole can do this. And this is how we show up for us when they don't show up for us. We could show up for us. We've been doing this for decades as Black people. I ain't never been the one, but I heard back in the day, people used to do rent parties. When you would say, I'm low on my rent, but I got some Kool-Aid in here. I got some pork rinds. I seen an episode of Good Times, and they did a rent party, and you would come together as a community and say, well, if Linda over there, she throwing a party, you got 5, I got 3. Let's go over there. We're going to drink. She got a little liquor. We may bring a bottle over there to help them pay their rent, because, you know, she got them kids and we don't need her getting kicked out. Let's go over there and help her. We've been coming together and helping each other since we was back over in Africa. We did it on the plantations. Celie need this. Miss Sophia need that. Let's put it together. Let's scrape it together. And that is the community. That's the energy. That's what we are made of. That's what Black people like. We gonna figure it out. We gonna come together. Child, don't get me to crying in here testifying. Y'all already know how I get. Y'all already know how it is. That's what we do. Grandma talk about those rent parties all the time. Exactly, Arnisha. Real community. People coming together. We've been doing that. I hate when people say Black people don't help each other and Black people don't support each other. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We always helped each other. And I'm gonna just even give y'all just a prime example just from me doing our party. This is a good time to give my feel good news. Where our flyer at for the thing? What our flyer? What? I thought I seen it in here. Get in here. So we have our flyer coming up. Our feel good story, not our feel good story, but our event coming up. And so I was surprised at how the community was coming together for this. I'm still shocked. And when people show up for me, because I'll be ready to show up, but the community, the event is almost sold out. Yeah, back in the day, neighbors helped each other. They did. Yep, Arnisha said they always have. And so I was just my own personal testimony of us showing up for each other. People are volunteering to help out, and they RSVPing, even us coming together as a collective. Shout out to Joy, founder of the Co-Space in Miami Gardens. Shout out to the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, Latoya and Jacqueline, who I've been working with directly, and Mr. Bill Diggs, the director. And it was just us coming together at Co-Space. I ran up there one day to pick up a check from Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. We're doing a campaign with them. They Latoya from MD was in there. Councilwoman Linda Julian was in there. Of course, Joy was in there. She's the owner. And we just started talking about business and working together. And I was like, Joy, I always wanted to do an event where I had a panel discussion or a workshop with small businesses and local nonprofits to teach them how to take advantage of local media, because I get asked all the time, how do I get a news feature in Hello News? How do I do this? How do I do that? And just even basic things about maneuvering the media, especially local media. And I was like, people don't even know there's a Black-owned media alliance. There's 20 Black-owned media outlets here in South Florida alone, ranging from Black American to Caribbean American to the diaspora, the African diaspora. I'm like, they don't take advantage of us. They don't know we exist. And I said, I want to do an event for free, just a way for me to give back and just teach people. And at the very least, just teach them how to maneuver and interact with Hilo News. Joy said, that's easy. Let's do it. She's like, I'm going to push us. She said, can y'all get it done in November? This was the last week of October. She said, Barack Obama said that, made a declaration to make November Entrepreneur Month or something like that. She said, if we could get it done this month, I think that'd be good. I said, woo, Joy, I don't know if we could get it done. She said, look, we pull all our resources together, we could get it done. Joy was the engine behind that. And then Latoya said, and if y'all put it together, MD will push it out to our contacts and we'll support it as well and put it out there. And I said, okay, y'all, well, I could put the show together. You give me the venue, you give us the resources, you do this. Linda Julian was like, yeah, I could support it too. I'll try to come by if I can. Like, we were literally in there coming together and showing up for each other. And I'm like, okay, I could offer trade for this. I could give y'all this. And it just came together. And that is us showing up for each other as community, Black women, Black people, just amazing. And so even too, as we put it out there, Joy's network of people were like, hey, I could sponsor this, and I could sponsor the food, and I could sponsor the drinks, and I could sponsor that. And I was like, oh my God. And then I'm putting it out there to people, and they're like, yeah, I could come, I could be a speaker, I could be that, I'll do this, I'll do that. So I was able to get the president of the Black-owned Media Alliance, Jesse, to be a speaker, Suzanne McDowell from Circle Around Marketing, and she has her own talk show. I was able to get Mike Butler from the Miami Herald, and also to one of my reporters, Ashley J. She's going to be a part of the panel. So we're going to have a conversation about media with people from not only Black-owned media, Black journalists, people who are freelancers, people who are owners, different parts of the business, TV to digital to PR. And I want it to be a free resource for the community. It's going to be recorded for a later broadcast. So if you can't make it, I want it to be a free resource that y'all can refer back to, but I definitely want to encourage people to come because there's nothing like having that energy and touching and feeling, in person. So, and also too, it's growing so big that we are already in the talks of maybe even turning it into a series or doing it again or doing something quarterly because the people want to have these real conversations about tangible things that they could do for their businesses, stuff in the community. So we may not always do them based on like business like this, but it may be something based on politics. It may be something based on our health. We may do something based on trauma and breaking generational curses. I want us to have real conversations in person with a little drink, a little food, intimate, and we get to break it down and have some special edition episodes of Can We Talk podcast. So that's the vision. And just want to say huge thank you to Joy St. Clair over there at the Can We Talk podcast. Can We Talk at CoSpace for coming on and just allowing me and pushing me and helping me to put this forward. And also to shout out to my team, Annie and Tamila, Kevin at TNT Printing, our team who is helping me with this as well. And also to y'all, the community, for showing up and RSVPing. I can't wait to love on y'all and hug on y'all tomorrow and talk with y'all and actually help y'all figure out how to maneuver this media thing, because a lot of y'all are missing out on free placement or figuring out how to, make your dollar stretch to get your brand messaging out there. All it takes is one viral story for you to be a millionaire. I watch Shark Tank all the time, and them people say it got picked up by this thing, or it got picked up by that, and they went viral, and we've sold 1 million units. And we could start that right here in South Florida. We have valuable media outlets that we're not taking advantage of. And so this is what the Media Happy Hour is all about, and what these events are going to be about as I start to build more on it. So that was my little spiel, and that was a great place to put the feel good news segment of the day. Well, I see my boy Denzel don't hopped in the thing. Hey Denzel, how you doing, Denzel? Denzel, did your mama name you after Denzel Washington? I would love to know that. Did you named? I wonder if anybody from the 80s is named after Denzel Washington. Oh, thank you, sweet buddy. You love this. Love it. Yes, we love Suzanne. She is a hoot. So that's gonna be good. Oh, Ty, I wish you was in town. That would be a good one for you to come and be a part of. Also, so proud of you, babes. Looking forward to it. Yes. Tomorrow, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Janae for media mayor. Ty Live, that's all you. You can have that. I don't want no politics. Don't put no politics on me. Y'all keep talking about run for stuff. Jesus himself gonna have to come down, push me into the booth to sign up to be in politics, and then he gonna have to push me into to run for it. I do not want to run for no goddamn politics. I don't want no parts of it. Them people is dirty. They don't play fair over there in the politics world. I don't want nothing to do with no politics. Okay, now. Not even a media mayor, not even Mayor McCheese, not even dog catcher. Don't put me over there with them people. Them people don't play fair. Trust me, I know. And I don't want no parts of it. Because the way I'm built these days, the way my mental health is, the way I don't healed, I can't hold it in. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. When I feel it, I'm gonna say it how I want to say it. Sometimes you just gotta tell people F you and move the F on. I can't be no politician doing that. I won't get nothing voted on. No. Friend, you want me to run for office? They gonna know my business and your business. No. Please, I have rehearsal tomorrow night, but I will be on the next one. Me and some cupcakes. Yes. Oh, Sarah, let's definitely do that. We got to figure out another topic to do. Yes. Okay, Sarah, I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna get with Nisha. We gonna figure something out. Maybe we could do the Broward edition at We Shucking. I don't know. The juices is flowing. The ideas is flowing. Y'all, I had a hot topic tonight, and we had a couple of them, but I'm gonna save most of them from next week. The quick one that I'm gonna get into is: Did y'all see the lady got indicted for stealing $5 million of the COVID money? The Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick. Y'all know that name I'll always be stumbling over. Did y'all see it? Look at my eyes. Did y'all see it? They been saying they was finna get her. I hope she don't go to jail. Real nice lady, real pretty lady, but the lady had took $5 million of them people thing. Child. Oh, I see Amber don't join. Amber about to be live. Oh, Amber, I'm gonna hop off of here and then we gonna do our situation, Amber. But if you want to sit tight, I'm about to do this. I'm gonna wrap up the show in a little bit. Unless you want to come on and kiki real quick. Yeah, so let's get into our hot topic and then I'm gonna let y'all get on with y'all evening. So let's get into our graphics. Y'all know we got graphics for that too. Sips tea now. Sips tea, yes. First of all, let's pull up our visual aid for this because what Miss Ma'am did, and shout out to Miami Gardens, they had a turkey giveaway. It turned into a block party. That was another feel-good news story, but we don't got time for this. But we finna play this video. Ooh, she done made it to CBS. She done made it to the CBS.
Cherfilus-McCormick facing alarming allegations tonight.
Cherfilus-McCormick, who represents parts of Broward and Palm Beach counties, is being charged with stealing millions of dollars from FEMA. She's also accused of using some of that money to help her political campaign back in 2021.
What?
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Pastrana.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. CBS News Miami's Abby Dodge is joining us live from outside the U.S. Attorney's Office in Miami with more details. Abby?
Well, this is just the latest legal battle that the Congresswoman has found herself wrapped up in. A former federal prosecutor tells me there is much more information that the public needs to see. 46-year-old Democratic Representative Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick from Miramar is now facing several charges related to her family's healthcare company. The indictment says the charges stem from a $5 million FEMA overpayment back in 2021. It alleges the Congresswoman, family members, and business associates stole extra funds and ran them through multiple sources to disguise the source, then used some of that money to help finance her 2021 congressional campaign. Former federal prosecutor David Weinstein says more details about the representative's alleged role and how it may relate to other COVID relief cases will become clearer once the full indictment is released.
Certainly the more the facts come out, the better we'll be able to gauge whether or not there was any misconduct.
Weinstein says cases involving the misuse of COVID-19 funding are similar to the Medicare and bank fraud crises of the past.
What happens is that these dollars go out, and when they're being sent out, nobody's really paying attention to who applied for them, why they applied for them. And it's not until afterwards when they start doing accounting and they figure out that they've misappropriated these funds that they then try to turn it around.
In Cherfilus-McCormick's case, there are also charges related to her tax filings. The indictment says the Congresswoman and her tax preparer falsely claimed political spending and other personal expenses as business deductions and inflated charitable contributions to reduce her tax obligations. The U.S. Attorney General called the representative's actions a selfish and cynical crime.
Woo, child.
Now, the Congresswoman could face up to 53 years in prison if convicted.
53.
And she is now in Washington, D.C., hopefully making her way back to South Florida to face a judge sometime before Monday at the latest. We have reached out to her and her team and are waiting to hear back. Live in Miami, Abby Dodge, CBS News, Miami.
Woo, child. Woo, Sheila. How you got yourself into this? Sheila. First of all, Sheila is just a funny name to me. Sometimes I get that from Jamie Foxx, so don't mind me. But child, people say Sheila could face 53 years, up to 53 years in jail. Shout out to Funky Dineva who say jail. Sheila, and the crazy thing is, you know, the rumor's been around town for the longest. They said she could get indicted. She had some mismanagement and some funds. So I've been hearing this for months about her. Billy Corbin, friend of the show, been digging in her ASS and interviewing her opponent. The one, y'all remember when she was like, your mama, when she was fussing with the boy and she was like, don't be saying nothing about me, your mama. Him and Billy Corbin been going at it on Billy Corbin podcast, digging into Sheila. Girl, 50. And side note, that was an old video with Sheila because I know Sheila to be snatched. I didn't know Sheila was a little chunky back in the day. You know, some people say she took the Zempic. But it looked good on her. She looked good. She looked real good. Now I couldn't tell that she used to be on the Zempic. But child, you talk about losing weight, that prison food gonna have you real skinny down there to the thing, Sheila. Here's the thing. Personally, I've met Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick. She's been cool with me, so I don't have any personal things against her. The thing about it is, to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's no way people could make $5 million up on you. However, she got a little coin, so I am ready to see her fight for this. I could see her definitely coming out swinging with her legal team and fighting it. I hope it's not true because it's embarrassing for Black Democrats and Black Florida elected officials, especially, you know, we ain't got that many. So yeah, that I don't want this to be true, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And ooh, girl, I don't want to see you in no jumpsuit, ma'am. I don't want to see you in no jumpsuit because she has a lot of progressive policies. And I remember I went to her workshop, I told y'all last year at the Congressional Black Caucus. It was for for minority businesses. And she literally bought all these agencies and taught people how to connect and to get your government contracts. So we need that type of representation, but dang, Sheila, $5 million in COVID FEMA money? What y'all was doing? Sheila! What was you doing? She's not going to face the time unless they try to fight it. That's a good point, Rudy. And that's what I'm thinking. I don't feel like they're going to take it that far to give her jail time. But we'll see. Elijah Manley is favored to win because of her current political vulnerability. Is Elijah the young boy who made her say yo mama? Because he's been on her back. But I don't even know if he's qualified. I got to look into his platform and his experience, but the young boy, I don't know if he's qualified to have that seat. I like to have people with experience in office sometimes. Yeah, dang, Sheila, 53 years. So that's the hot topic today, child. That came down. That was making its way through the text messages real quick when this came down. People was like, did y'all see what happened to Sheila? Did y'all see what happened to Congresswoman Sheila? Congresswoman Sheila may be going to the big house. Yo, oh, Sheila. Girl, I don't want this for you. I don't want this for you. I hate to see when pretty black women goes down. When the pretty black women's go down, I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. But you're in public office. You're held to a higher standard. You know right from wrong. I hope, allegedly you're being indicted and you're innocent and proven guilty in this country. So we'll see where the chips fall. But hey, if you did this and you dead ass wrong if you did this. Taking public dollars, $5 million. You know what $5 million could do for people in your district. So we'll see what the outcome of this is. But this is the talk of the town, y'all. Everybody like, what Miss Sheila finna do? What is Miss Sheila gonna do? Sheila. Hopefully she doesn't fight this indictment because the Republican FBI are using her to divert attention from the Epstein list. I agree. I feel like, my personal opinion is because she's a Democrat, because we ain't see this coming up during the Biden administration. This happened in 2020, allegedly. So I feel like the Republicans are digging into people who maybe have been vocal against them and pulling out some things. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. But this is the dirty world of politics that we live in. And y'all want me to run for that? No, ma'am. Because you get to digging in my background, digging up my photos and my business. No, ma'am. Now I'm at Capitol Hill with t-shirt on and my hair pulled back in a ponytail saying, square up, Senator Johnson, square up. Elijah Manley went to a young progressive that is going to replace the Democrats. I got to look at him into Rudy. Rudy, we may need to have you on the show too, because I follow you on social as well. You be having some good takes. So we need to have you on the show. Yeah, Arnisha, square up. I'm finna square up with you. You ain't finna be talking about me pulling up my mess. The census why I took $1 million for her own. Exactly. She took $10 million. DeSantis' wife, is she finna get indicted? Because that's one thing you can't. That's the other thing too. If you're gonna do one way, you got to do the other one way. But we already know how the Republicans get down. They ain't finna get their own. Square up, Senator Johnson. Ooh, child, y'all. Sheila. First of all, I don't know why that cadence is gonna be stuck in my goddamn head for the rest of the night. Y'all, today has been another amazing show. I had a lot of fun. Y'all woke me up. I'm pumped to get the rest of my work done. I actually got another interview that I need to do after this that we're pre-recording. So shout out to Dr. Amber. She hopped on a little bit. She actually hopped on time, but I'm running a little bit behind, as y'all see. But this show has been good. It filled my soul, and I'm so glad I did it. Shout out to our guest JR from the Art Deco Fashion Show. Shout out to our other guests, AJ Randolph, founder of Yuhm Vegan. Shout out to AJ for bringing the crowd in the comments today. Yes. Thank y'all. And some of y'all stayed too to keep watching the show. So that I love that when we have guests that bring new people to our show and they like it and they stick around. That's how we're going to keep growing. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to High Low News, this podcast, the Can We Talk podcast. We are on all the things. Y'all, we are trying to get to that first level of monetization. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, put it on replay, watch it again. That helps us in the algorithm. Y'all, we are trying to get to that place where I don't have to pay for everything my goddamn self. We're trying to get monetized, okay? And so definitely, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I love the energy in the comments. Y'all were great today, co-hosts. My co-hosts were on it today. Y'all had me cracking up in the comments today. Yes, yum, yum, yum. Vegan. Keep yum, yum, yum. So much fun today, y'all. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms. Shout out to our over 25,000 followers across Facebook and Instagram and over 2 million impressions monthly. Y'all, come on. Tell me God ain't good. Tell me my goal this year was just to hit 10,000 followers on Facebook and Instagram. We hit Facebook earlier than we expected. Earlier this year, we hit 10,000. Now we're over 11,000. And the goal was 10,000 on Instagram. And now we're at over 13,000. So when you ask God for something, he will give you more than enough. He said, oh, your goal was too low, baby girl. Because I'm thinking, oh, we weren't going to hit 10,000 till December. We hit 10,000 back in September. Now we at 13,000. And dare I say it, we may even hit 14,000 before the year is out, because that's the type of God we serve. Come on now. Because I'm on this energy and I'm on this wave and I feel the spirit talking through me. So if you could feel that for yourself, when you ask God for something, he will give you what? More than enough. I don't know what the Bible scripture is for that, but that's for he that asks, it will give it be to you. Because come on now. I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. I'm hyped up for some reason. Yes, God is so good. Do you have sponsorship? Of course we do, sugar. Anybody who watched Martin, y'all remember when Lowdown Mad Dog No Good, played by the great Gary Coleman, and Gina, he said he was a florist now. And then Gina said, do you do weddings? And he said, of course I do, sugar. So that's what I'm saying to Rudy. Do you do sponsorship slots? Of course I do, sugar. Yes, we do sponsorships. Rudy, DM me. I will send you our sponsorship package if you are interested in advertising with us. If you watch our show in the beginning and the end, we roll ads from Baptist Health and other advertisers who partner with us. So you could definitely get in on that. Yes, God is good all the time, and all the time, what? God is good. Yes, thank you. Oh, I love give me the love in the comments. Another great show. I Braid and Auntie. Okay, mommy. Look, the people, y'all, I don't care if it's my family who's saying it's a good show. It fills me up. Yes, thank you. Don't sleep on TikTok. Yes, honestly, our TikTok is slowly growing, Rudy. So shout out to our girls over there, because I think we're over 1,000 followers, and we don't even really put in the energy into TikTok. So that's our next frontier, to get TikTok to 10,000 followers. And I know we get that over there, we could get monetized, because them girls be doing the thing over there at TikTok. Yes, preach. Yes, going up on a Tuesday. Hey, period. Look, I love y'all for real. The show has been amazing. I have fun doing it. Every time I get on here, I see the reason why God has placed this on my heart to do a weekly show. Also, too, like I said, we're going to move the time slot to 6 o'clock just to give me some more time to breathe, y'all, to catch my goddamn breath. Also, too, I'm going to start pre-recording our interviews as well, so that I could give people a longer time to speak to. It just takes a little bit of pressure off of me doing live interviews. So y'all gonna see me switching up a few things, and we may start doing some special edition shows too on Wednesday. Now that the That Part podcast that I do with Papa Keith is in hiatus until next summer. So we're gonna be doing some things. I'll make some announcements on social media so y'all can know how to engage with us. But this weekly show is gonna stay. So pretty much we may be doing 2 shows a week when I'm not doing That Part podcast. Somebody told me they liked the show so much. I Braid. Lexus is like, she really liked the show. She asked me if I could do more days. I don't know if I could do it like this all the time, but I'm thinking of what it could look like for me to do the show Wednesday and Thursday. And the difference would be probably like some special edition episodes, like what we're going to do tomorrow with the Media Happy Hour. That would be a Wednesday show. The interview with Eileen Higgins will be a Wednesday show. Some of our business profiles will be Wednesday shows, but I'll also too probably come on and do some quick hot topics with y'all for Wednesday shows. Like I want to review Reasonable Doubt. Love Reasonable Doubt. So y'all know I used to review shows back during the pandemic. We used to do Insecure, House of the Dragon, Power. So I'm gonna start doing those too. Y'all remember I did something too with Girlfriends a couple of weeks ago, well, maybe a couple of months ago, and we review episodes. So I think I'm gonna separate some of the pop culture stuff from the news show, which is this Thursday show, and do the Wednesday show as like interviews and like some pop culture fun stuff, just to kind of keep it separated and keep those energies like that. So I'm thinking we're gonna do that when we're not doing That Part podcast. I don't think I could do more than 2 podcasts a week, y'all. I can't. I'm already running on fumes. Okay, I can't do more than that. Unless God give me a big sponsor and we could do more days and we get more audience, then I'll do more days. But I think 2 days a week of a podcast is good, as we're still growing the audience. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now as I'm talking it through with y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Nothing but up from here. Best is yet to come. Come on now. And I hope nothing but dollar signs come here, because we need to hit $1 million in revenue so we can keep this sustainable. So from my mouth to God's ears to all the prayer warriors out there, y'all put some prayer oil, some olive oil on that and get me some money in here. Yes, the best is yet to come. Yes, that's good. Show reviews. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some of those. And then also too, like panel discussions too, Sarah. So I'm thinking we could do some special fun stuff outside of the political community government stuff on Thursday. So that's what I'm thinking, and we're gonna probably implement that starting next week. So y'all can see 2 shows, expect 2 live shows from us next week. But y'all, I love y'all for real. Let me get out of here. And oh yeah, follow us on social media. Head to the website, sign up for the email newsletter. We have exclusive content. Y'all heard JR say he reads our newsletter. So shout out to the people who love our newsletter. It comes out every Saturday morning, and we do resends on Sunday if you didn't open it. So y'all make sure y'all get our exclusive content there. Also, to our article of AJ and this interview will be in our newsletter, and our interview with RJ will be in there. JR will be in there too. So y'all make sure y'all follow our email newsletter. I love all of it. Honestly, the political, the pop culture. Thank you, Mrs. Sweet Butter. That means so much coming from you. That means so much coming from you. But yeah, y'all, I love y'all for real. We about to pay some bills. Y'all support those who support us. Alonzo Mourning been rocking with us all year. I gotta meet Alonzo. If y'all ever meet Alonzo Mourning, tell him we run his ad to the ground, through the ground over here. Also, too, let me give y'all a little bit of information too on this giveaway. So on social media, we're gonna have the information. Follow us or follow Art Deco, and you can be Art Deco Fashion Show. Put in the code, and y'all will be able to get some free tickets to their event. But I will see y'all next time. I love y'all for real. Thank y'all for holding me up today. Somebody was praying for me because my energy went from Crip Creek Keeper to 15-year-old track star. Like energy came, just hit me in my chest. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, for giving me love. I will see y'all next week. Oh, see y'all tomorrow. Come down to the Coast Space before it sells out. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week. Y'all support those who support us, and let's hear what Alonzo Mourning got to say.
When I was diagnosed with cancer last year, I was asymptomatic. I felt great. I wouldn't have found out if I didn't do a voluntary screening. Take charge of your health, go to the doctor, be proactive with your health.